So BTC just had a big rejection at 72K, and it's busy dropping into an interesting level for long. But today, other than Bitcoin, it's all about this current GME situation and the Roaring Kitty. He's got a live stream coming in the next 30 minutes that we're going to be tuning into live. Is he going to be pumping the markets? Are these GME meme coins and meme-related stocks going to be dumping or pumping? So we've got a lot to look forward to. I've got some guests that are going to be joining us as well. And then on top of that, before we get onto that stream, I'm going to look at some banger trades that we've been sitting in and a couple of setups for you guys so that you are prepped for the weekend as well. So we've got a lot to talk about. It's Friday. Let's get right into this. And remember, as always, if you're enjoying the content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell as well. And if you're wondering who I am, I'm not Uncle Run. I'm normally on the Banter Plus channel. So I'm here today on the main channel. If you enjoy the content, jump and join me on Banter Plus weekdays, Monday to Friday. Let's get into this. Okay, so Banter Bubbles looking good. I pulled out the meme tokens because today it's got to be all about the meme coins, and GME is obviously flying naturally 72%. And we've seen in the past, this is often a massive leader or a catalyst for some of these other memes to start ripping, and things are really starting to move. And look at Brett, 23%. And I actually have a Brett legend sitting in the back here as well. So we're going to get some commentary from him later. So make sure you guys are ready for some shit coinery and some shit coin trading later as well. Let's take a look at the current BTC situation and see where we are right now and what exactly is going on. So here we are on the 4 hour, and we've seen a nice big rejection here. This is actually the 2 hour, and we've seen a nice big rejection here for BTC, 72K. And now we're pushing down into a nice little zone, potential bounce coming here for us. So we might have to get prepped for a potential move. So what am I watching now? Level for me, 70,600. This is a big area that we're going to be looking for. So if we do get this little push down, we're looking for a little bounce here, and we can remain nice and bullish going into Friday if we get a nice little move. If they do want to send us to deeper and darker places, well, we have to deal with the 618 and trend slightly lower down. This is 69,850 in this region over here, and we can't be that bearish as long as we are bouncing in that region. If we lose this trend, well, then we're going to reassess things and replan, but anything down to these levels, we should be okay. Our altcoins should be okay on some of their current levels. I see Christians in the comments here saying Dylan with a banger. And guys, unfortunately, I've lost my sound. My bullhorn is gone and my cat is gone. I was going to hit you with so much action today, but unfortunately, we'll have to save those for next week. Okay, let's see what's going on in the news. Before we hit this GME stuff, I just wanted to cover, there was a bit of news in coming out of the US, and you might have noticed that Bitcoin candle. They were playing massive games there with us earlier, a bit of up, bit of down, and just getting flushed both ways. And the Wolf of Wall Street summed this up nicely. We had some economic data come out of the States, and he said job numbers are up, less chance of hikes, sell everything. And then he said, wait, let me read the report. Unemployment is up to 4%, more chance of hikes, buy it back. So basically, nobody knows what the fuck to do anymore because we're getting bullish numbers, we're getting bearish numbers, the market's up, the market's down, and things are incredibly confusing at the moment. So if you are feeling a bit confused in any of the markets, you are not alone there. There's a lot of guys struggling to digest the information and those type of things. So hang in there. Right, what are we talking about here? So yesterday, there's been some very interesting developments here on this GME situation. So you're going to see now if this might be the biggest rug in history, courtesy of GME. But this is how events transpired. And Roaring Kitty, so he scheduled his live session that is now launching in the next 15 minutes. And this got everybody hyped up yesterday, and GME started pumping. We know, or if you've been following the story, he's got a massive size position in this GameStop at the moment. And the news yesterday was all about the GME short sellers losing $2.1 billion. And you know how that hikes up the other 99%, and how everybody gets so excited when they see these type of things happening. So everybody was getting pumped, and we saw the size of his position as of yesterday. Okay, he had something like a $586 million position in GME with calls and his actual stock that he owns. You can see he paid $21 here for 5 million GME stocks, and it turns out he's one of the top. I think he's the top 5 holder of GME stock at the moment. So this guy is an absolute degen, but an absolute legend. And then the news was flying out yesterday saying this guy's going to become a billionaire if things start playing out. This is Mario Nawfal And he says if GME opens at above or current levels, this was now yesterday at $67. His shares and options could be worth a combined $1 billion. I mean, this guy is about to turn into an absolute god here at the moment for some of his fans. I mean, look at him. And he's getting prepped for these massive moves here. So let's just take a look at the current GME chart and just decipher what is going on. Why is this not transpiring into the current chart? So what we saw that actually played out now, there was a little bit of news that, let's call it a little bit of games from the suits. Okay, they're trying to outsmart all the retail traders that are trying to pump the GME price. And yesterday after market, this thing was sitting at $67, as you saw with that tweet earlier. So this thing was sitting somewhere up here, apparently after market. And what happened? What did they do? So the suits started coming to the party, and they let me get the correct tweet out here, and let's just. That's one. Okay. So GME erases a massive 40% pre-market gain and falls 20% after they reported weak earnings. Now, they supported surprise weak earnings. Okay. That's a 60% swing in the stock in a matter of hours after GameStop reported that it lost $32 million in Q1. I know. I don't know what to do. Sorry, sound issue. I'm trying to deal with the sound here at the moment. Give me 1 second here, folks. Give me one second. Give me one second. Ray, just give me a thumbs up there. How's that sound? Ray is back.
That seems worse. Before was.
Okay, let me just sort this out. 1 second. Okay. Ray? Oh. Okay, guys, can you hear me? Okay, if you can hear me, we go on. Okay, we carry on. So GameStop, GME, they what happened here? There was a 60% swing in the stock in a matter of hours after GameStop reported that it lost $32 million in Q1. Okay, they also announced another share issuance of 75 million shares. So basically, these guys came and they sold onto retail here to raise money while this thing was pumped. So 𝗧𝗥𝗪𝗏 says this is pure genius. GME just reported a surprise earnings release as the company was unable to take any financial actions beforehand. The moment it released its earnings, it immediately followed with the sale of 75 million shares to raise more capital. And you know what that looks like? That looks like the biggest run in history. Yeah, I've got Chris saying GME punking all the dipshit meme stock buyers. Is he talking about us? Is he talking about us? Is he talking about you? Is he talking about you? These legends in the back. And he's calling it a classic rug pull here on this GME stock. So, you know, it's worked out well. The suits are fighting back. So we're going to see how this is now going to transpire and play out in about 12 minutes time. So stick around. We're going to tune into that stream. And before we get into the rest, I just want to show you, here's one legend, Crypto Coco, meme coin extraordinaire. He's currently muted. There he is. He's ready to roll. What's happening?
How's it going? Thanks for having me on today.
Good, bro. We're gonna call you on now. We got to get those shit coins prepped. We got some meme coins ready to go. We got Sol and ETH derivatives of things. So we'll see you shortly. And we got Precious Clay, the base legend, as well. And what's happening, bro? You're a bit muted there. There you are.
What's up, bro? How are you?
What's up? Are you ready for some meme coin trading?
Yeah, I mean, my strategy is buying the best of the best and holding it. And I've been telling everyone, I got the
you better save your best of the best. Save your best of the best for a few minutes time. We're going to catch you now. Okay, so let's get into some of the juice here and some of the things that are happening. This is me on Prime XBT, so nothing has really changed with my current setups that you guys saw yesterday, other than I closed my BTC long. So I'm sitting in VET. That was my Chinese narrative play there. I've got Sol that is still running. We got Phantom and we got some speculative AVAX there. So we're going to see how that's going to go. And I'm still currently long the S&P also on Prime XBT. So if you want to trade that, you can do S&P, oil, gold, all those things on Prime XBT. And right, here's BTC on the daily. So this is just a nice overview as to what we're currently looking at. So you guys saw Uncle Run yesterday was trying to trick you guys. And he flipped this chart over like that, probably trying to scare the living daylights out of everybody. But things are looking relatively bullish. So what I wanted to give you was my bull case. And as long as you as long as you're not trading 100x leverage and you're in the 15-minute candles and things, if you can zoom out and just take a look at the bigger picture here, we are in a nice rising trend on BTC, and things are still looking long and things are still looking strong. So for me, as long as we are holding the 69,850 level here on BTC, we are still bullish. So what I'd like to see, a bull case for me, a little pump into this resistance zone, then a little rejection, and then we are on. When we turn bearish, we start losing this trend, and that is when things could turn a little bit negative for us and a little bit bearish for us, like you saw on that 2-hour chart that I showed you guys. So that is really all you need to be concerned about right now. That's our fun line. As long as we are sitting on that fun line on the correct side of it, then we are melting up and things are looking good. So no changes there. And then ETH, a little update for the ETH traders. And we said in Sniper Club earlier today, I dropped this chart in Sniper Club, giving you guys a potential bounce area that I was looking at. And when we had that little meltdown on ETH earlier today, we picked up a nice little bounce on the 618. So ETH traders, things are still good. We've got a rising trend in play for you. This is ETH on the 4-hour. And as long as we are holding the 618 level, this is 3770. As long as we are holding that, there's no reason to turn bearish on ETH at the moment. And if ETH remains above these levels, we should see a lot of these alts also hold a lot of their areas. So ETH is a key player at the moment that you're going to be watching. 3770. Watch that level here. This is now a big area for us. If we start losing this trend, then we can start turning south and getting a little bit more bearish. But other than that, 618 ping to perfection here for ETH, and things are still grinding and looking good. Now, there's been a lot of news at the moment about Injective. They've just dropped some information here, and they're releasing their first ever comprehensive paper on the Injective token. So the fundamental guys are loving this. They are drooling because you can see it's now starting to push into the current Injective price action. So if you're interested in fundamentals, follow Injective. You can read their little white paper if that type of thing excites you. But what excites me is a nice bullish looking chart and a nice little trend break. So here's Injective versus BTC. This is Injective BTC pair, and you can see finally after a couple of months of a downtrend and pain, and we're talking about pain from January against BTC, we finally have a mover here from Injective. So we've finally broken this daily trend, and it's looking like we're going to get some more strength now on Injective versus BTC. So that's telling us, it's giving us a clue that maybe some of these alts are now going to start firing, and maybe it's time to start moving into some of these altcoins now that this trend is potentially changing. So Injective number one, what do I want to see here versus BTC? Well, it's plain and simple, really. We just want to hold this 50-day moving average that is sitting right here at this level. So any pullbacks here on Injective versus BTC, as long as we're bouncing on that area, for me, it's more favorable to be in Injective now than be sitting in BTC. So that is the current play for me. And how does that translate into the USDT chart or the USD chart? Well, this is Injective versus the USD, and things are looking super bullish. So if you've been watching my show the last couple of weeks, we picked up that long on Injective at these lows here at around about 24, and now this thing is absolutely firing. So things are looking really good at the moment here. If you are still sitting in the Injective trade, and Sniper Club members as well, we were talking earlier today on the live, we gave you guys these levels, and the big one that you need to watch now, if you want to remain in the Injective trade, no reason to close it until we start losing 28.3. So if we start losing this 28.3 level, then maybe we can say, okay, we're a little bit bearish here. Things are going to start turning over. But as far as I'm concerned, any pullbacks into 28.3 or just above 28 are potentially for longs and potentially for adding to positions. And where's that going to take us? Well, we've got a big move ahead of us, but we've got a little bit of a problem here. We've got the 200-day moving average just providing big resistance at the moment. But the minute we pop that thing, it's going to give us support into our new range, and this is the previous range, and that's going to be the real trade. That's going to be the big move. So if you have a little bit of FOMO and you think you've missed this current Injective position, just hang in there. Okay, there's going to be multiple trades. If the market stays bullish, we're going to start cooking anyway. So let it reject now at the 200-day MA. Let it consolidate. Look for an entry at that 28 level that I've just shown you. That could be zone number one for you. But the real move is going to be when we push into that range high. And we're going to look for about a 46% trade there on Injective. So a lot to look forward to. And again, no need for FOMO. There's lots of time. And these entries will start playing out. Now, something that you're not potentially too late for is Say. Now we know Injective likes to run, it's on the Cosmos ecosystem, and we got Say also on the Cosmos ecosystem, and it might be a nice little runner with injective. So say started moving today on injective strength, and we finally blown a massive level here. The 50-day moving average and the trend, these are big resistance areas, and we have finally cracked it. So there's a little trade brewing here. If you're not in say already, there's a nice little entry box that I've got here for you guys. And for me, this is an area that you want to tackle on any weakness into say. So let's say we get a little bit more of a meltdown now today. We're looking for entries back into this box here, and then we want to send this one a little bit higher. So if you are trading say, or if you are looking for say, entries right now, I mean, support that you can watch right now has to be the 50-day moving average that we have just cracked. So you can use this one as a guide. So that's the 50-day moving average at 0.545. Watch that one as a potential guide for you. And then lower down, you've got to be watching 0.5288. These are your two main support zones that I would be watching now if you are trading say. So keep a look or keep a watch on these zones. And great start. You know, say's broken trend. We've seen injective now leading the way, trend break. Now say is coming to the party. And we've seen some of these alts can do proper damage once they break that 50-day MA. Is say potentially one of them? Well, we'll have to see. But if you backtest a lot of your altcoins, you're going to see anyone that's recently broken the 50-day MA has had some big moves. So keep your eyes on all your tokens with a 50-day MA. There's a nice little nugget there for you guys. Okay, and another one that I wanted to update you on was Rune. And we had a nice little pullback yesterday. And I just wanted to show you guys the beauty, once again, of a 618 bounce play. When things are looking bearish and the markets are falling over, and you can see these 618s coming into play. And these are a lot of the time, these are zones that are going to give us a nice big reaction. And this is why I keep calling them my money printer zones, because all you need to do is just wait for them to drop into your basket, and then they react in these areas, and we get a nice little move. So Rune fell over nicely here on the 4 hour yesterday with the market. We saw that weakness, and the 200-day MA came to the party here, banging in on that 200-day MA and 618, and gave us a massive move here. Well, in small terms, massive move on Rune, and that actually helped me fire up my BitGet competition that we've been talking about. So Sheldon and I formed that Sniper Club BitGet competition recently, and you guys, a lot of you have joined our team. I think we got about 370 team members now for the BitGet comp. And that little pullback yesterday gave me an opportunity to jump into a couple of positions. So Say was one of them. Neo was the other Chinese narrative token that I bought off the 618. And Rune, I traded that exactly off the 618, the way I showed you guys now, and just got a buy-in over there. So that is now finally ticking over the BitGet comp, and things are starting to move. I see we've got 3 minutes to go before we got to go live. One more Chinese narrative token for you guys, CFX. We hit our entry earlier today. I gave you guys this entry box, and this was one we were looking at yesterday as a potential entry zone. We got the wick into the zone, so hopefully some of you guys picked up that CFX, and your support there is 0.2254. So watch that one at the moment. That is now underway. And the IOTA one, another mover, the one that we entered on the coin catch competition as well. This thing is now flying, and we've got a little bit of support. So if you took that IOTA trade with me, you've got a nice little support level here that you can watch now, 0.234. So any pullbacks into 0.234, nice and bullish. And things are looking good over there. Nothing to worry about if you are sitting in that position. And I've got one more trade set up for you guys to look for this weekend. You might be getting an entry. And if we get this entry, I'm going to be trading it in the BitGet competition. So I'm watching for this one as well. And here's ENS. So it's probably going to pump when we get ETH strength. But if ETH just keeps sweating a little bit lower, I'm looking for ENS to dip into this 22.2 region, anything into that zone. So I've been waiting patiently for a few days here, and things are slowly melting down. So just be patient on this ENS. We could get a bounce, and it's a very clean little trade here. If we lose this area, it's pretty simple. Our next big zone has to be 18.2. So there's nothing to do. If we start losing that area, do nothing. Let it close. Let it drop lower, and we'll send that thing lower down. Okay. One more thing to do. There's another competition that I'm in. It's in Coin Catch at the moment, and you won't believe this. This is exclusive to this show. In the link in the description, they're giving you a 30% cash back in your deposit. Okay, for signing up with Coin Cash. They know KYC exchange, 30% cash back, but you need to be trading in the competition. It's exclusive to this show in the link in the description. So grab that there. They've given you a nice little detail box as to what they are offering you and what you need to do with your trading volume to make that 30%. And here is my current setup. I've got IMX running, I've got Link running, and I've got that IOTA trade running. So these are the three that I took on CoinCatch. So we'll see how that one is going to play out. Hopefully they give us some pumpage here and we don't get absolutely rinsed. Okay, guys, let's before we jump into more things, let's get our esteemed guests on here and let's try and plug into the current show, the current situation. So here's number one, Crypto Coco. Welcome again.
How's it going today? How's it going? Well said over there, man.
Oh, the boys are all here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Crashes Clay, MDX. He's got his shirt open. I'm relieved. Nice to see you.
Like that,
he's chilling at the beach.
Dylan, I know you like that.
I know another man that loves his shirt open. This one. Loves an open shirt. Loves a bit of chest action as well. Mr. 𝗙𝗍𝗍. How are you, sir? Is he still here? There he is. I don't know if he can hear us. You're live.
You gotta sort your show out, bro. What is this?
Kyle, are you there? He's there. Okay, we'll get Kyle back when he's ready. Okay, Kyle, let us know when you're ready. Okay, let's get the show going and let's fire up this stream. This guy's going live right now, and let's see if we can pull this one up and see what's going on. Let's try and adjust the sound as well. Let me just get let's get the sound working properly here.
Get these shitties up, bro. I want to see these memes, these meme coins on your.
We got some lovely meme coins for you.
Someone said at the beginning of this, they're like, I want to get really good meme coins. I think you make more money with the shittiest shit coins. The worse the meme, the more money you make. That's how it works.
The worst, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. Okay, this man has got 390,000 people in the waiting room. Okay, let's turn this music off here in the background as well. I hate to lose my beats, but we have to lose the beats. We have to lose the beats. Kyle, are you back?
Yeah, 𝗏𝗏𝗍𝗏's got a nightclub, bro. Get him another Dubai round hit Ibiza as well.
He likes partying in Thailand, from what I understand.
Yeah, that's dangerous,
Kyle,
man.
Kyle, are you here? Are you here, sir?
Yeah, can you bring me up? No, I can hear now.
Hello. You there. Welcome. All these late notice guests, guys. So what an honor to have such legends on my show, and some meme coin extraordinaires here. So lovely to have you guys. We're waiting for the stream to start here, and let's while we're waiting, let's just get some views. Coco, what's your take on the current situation? Are we pumping or are we dumping here on this stream?
I think it's diamond hands all the way, man. You know how these people are. Like there's no dumping going on. I don't think myself, but. I guess we're about to find out.
We're gonna find out. I'm holding a couple of these, and you guys. I mean, I'm going to show you guys. I'm holding this GME from yesterday, so hopefully they're not going to rinse us. Hopefully this thing is going to absolutely fly. Crashes.
Army's too strong, man. They're strong.
Which GME are you holding?
The tiny one that we bought. It's a $1 million market cap. We bought it low. And we were speculating that this thing was going to pump. So we're going to see. MDX, what's your take on it?
Yes, my friend.
What's your take on this?
I'm in Italy right now, eating nice pizza. I haven't really been looking at the meme coin market, but, there are some very good opportunities out there, depending on the community size and how much you want to shill it and how many influencers are behind it. I get that, but I don't know what the Roaring Kitty is. I can look at charts for you and tell you if it's looking good or bad, but in terms of chasing meme coins right now, I'm kind of all in the basket with the blue chips and Bitcoin, but we can look at some Bitcoin charts as well, but it's quite obvious what's happening. It's very slow up towards the high. But yeah, meme coins are fun, man. Like, I made a joke actually to a friend the other day. It's like, if you're not in the meme coin, you say, God, these fucking scammers pumping and dumping and stealing everybody's money. And once you're in the meme coin, you're like, come on, guys, it's just a bit of fun. Don't worry about it. It goes up, it goes down. Life's easy, man. Don't worry about it. So if you're in, you like it. If you're out, you don't like it. That's the game. Just don't be the last out. Don't be the last in.
You don't want to be the hot potato at the end.
Exactly. But it is a bit of fun. And I don't think it should be regulated. I don't think it should be illegal. Because if you lose in meme coins, then you learn. And when you lose, you learn. So I believe that it should be open market. We can all pump and dump shit. It's not Ponzi schemes. It's a pump and dump. Have fun with it. But just understand the risk. It's basically just playing leverage, high leverage.
So while we wait, I'll just take that big screen off. Mr. 𝗙𝗍𝗍.
Yes. So we know that Roaring Kitty can't sell. And I think that I made a post about this on my Twitter last night, like our ex, and I I think that one hypothesis, just to throw it out there, it might be fun, is like he will have, if it opens to where we think it will, he'll have about 7% of the free float. And also, I think that the folks at GME would have GameStop would have to be very thankful to have him on board. I think the only way that really everybody wins together in this whole thing is that they just keep pushing GameStop, but from an actual, like, the company evolves into something material. And so I wouldn't be surprised if they've been talking behind the scenes to where, I mean, why else would you buy such a huge position in it other than take ownership in a way? So maybe he takes a seat at the board. Maybe he gets more actively involved in helping them manage the company and turn it into something legit. They've got a bunch of capital on the balance sheets right now. I think yesterday there's 400 million in debt, 600 million, 600 million debt, but like 6 billion, 6 billion on the
75 shares. Something.
Yeah, they've got, right. Yeah, they're gonna have super. And so there's this thought about him joining the board, which is one thing that I think would be ultimately, because like that would be the ultimate win, right? Then like if he comes on board and the company becomes actually like really profitable and helps them kind of evolve, that could mean potentially, you know, getting involved in kind of the future development of like what GameStop should have done a long time ago, is be involved in the evolution of how games are distributed. Maybe that means on chain. He was one thing that caught me off guard was that a lot of the initial videos that Roaring Kitty was teasing with had crypto literally in them, right? Like, so it was like, it threw me off. And at first I did this 180 again, where like at first everyone, you know, was excited in crypto, like, oh, he's gonna pump GameStop, and then I was like, no, like this guy's on a mission to short squeeze hedge funds. Like, he's not gonna give a shit about crypto. He's going GME again. And then he released these videos that had like little subtle, you know, crypto in the words in the thing, and I was like, oh fuck, maybe he is just coming back in the industry. And then he releases his holdings again back on the stock, and then I'm like, okay, so flip me back and forth, maybe confusing us, maybe also giving us a sneak preview to where GameStop is headed and kind of the big plan. But ultimately for him, I think that you know, figuring out how to make GameStop,
I lost some sound there for a second.
Yeah, it's ultimately I think that there's a couple options. One, he joins a more active role within GameStop, on the board, advisory, or maybe he's just like whatever, runs it with Ryan Cohen. And then the other one too is that maybe they're buying a bunch of Bitcoin, right? Taking a Michael Saylor approach, because that would be like an obvious way to boost the valuation of the company, easily right now with the state of the market. And so that would be, you know, they have all this free cash. So what are you gonna do with all this free cash?
So we're waiting for the stream to start. There seems to be some kind of delay, but I see the comments here saying GME has been stopped. They've halted trading again. Yeah. So this is the GME
assholes there.
Communism.
There's a lot of action.
It's the commies, man. It's always the commies.
Look at this. There's some hard selling. So let's see how this is translating into our favorite shitcoins. So here's the main GME. This is the main GME on ETH that we're watching at the moment. 22 million market cap. Is this thing gonna fall over now? We're gonna have to wait and see. So we're gonna keep watching for this stream to start. Let's just check in here where these guys are. No, we still don't have any action here while we wait. Okay, so GME, the main player. Okay, so the minute we get a bounce here on the GME stock, I think this thing is going to start turning up there for us. But you can see weakness on the stock, weakness on the meme coins. It's hilarious. I mean, this is ridiculous. Coco, do you own some of these?
Yes, I'm in GME on Sol. I got in after everyone. I missed the first run up. Got in after everyone left. We did actually some spaces with Wall Street Bets, Solana, and GME. We did some spaces around the lows, so got a pretty good entry on that one. And their community is wild in there, man. They're crazy.
So this might be the best performer. $135 million market cap. I mean,
yeah.
Okay, so look, if you guys are sitting in this thing, okay, you can see there's a level, Right. And I mean, it's unreal how these memes also trade beautifully on the charts. I know Max loves a bit of a chart here, but 135 million market cap. We're on a level here. We're just going to watch this thing closely, because the minute he says anything bullish here, this thing's going to rip. And if something bad happens here, you guys are going to get rinsed. So we need to just be careful here with how we're going to play the current situation.
The thing is, too, though, it is like, in my opinion, very early in the market, like in the meme market, like it's slowly, like it's a long year and a half ahead of us, you know. So you gotta think ahead, you know.
I want to hear from the base legend here, Precious Clay. He seems to know his memes. Talk to us.
I'm not holding any GME coins right now. It's not my game. You know, I stick to my strategy and what I'm good at. So.
And you're pretty good at holding base. Am I correct?
Holding the #1 meme coin on base. Yeah, I'm pretty good at it. I've turned like 15K into around 13 million on it.
The most diamond hands in history.
Well, it's easy because, you know, I've explained it a lot of times. Like, basically on base, there's only 4 million users today on the network, but there's going to be over 100 million. And the way I see it, every single user is worth $100. So if I anticipate 96 million plus new users are going to come into the network, take 96 million users times $100 per user, that's $9.6 billion of money flow I'm front running objectively. And when that $9.6 billion of money flow comes into the network, right, I think 3 to 10% of that at least is going to find its way into the $1 meme coin on the chain, which is Brett. So now take that money flow and how much of it you think is going to find its way to the #1 meme coin. That's $300 million to $1 billion that's going to flow into Brett. And that means Brett's going to be above a $40 billion, $50 billion market cap this cycle. So for me, it's just an equation. I'm just waiting for that money. You know, it's all going to flow into this chain. All these new users, they're going to be flooding in over the next 2 years.
So Kyle, talk to me about billion dollar market cap meme coins. What was your first pick? That hasn't made it yet.
That hasn't made it. What do you mean that hasn't made it yet?
Well, we got Whiff. You called Whiff to a billion.
I did. I was involved in all the ones I was learning along the way. Like Pepe was the first, where I was in there at about 100 and 130, but then I was buying probably every 6 hours then for the entire next 8 or 10 days, whatever it was, until it hit Binance. I didn't learn my lesson on that one to sell on Binance, but I did sell like back. I did sell around $1 billion on the way back down, and then I did also Bonk. What other one I'm missing? I think like then was what else is recent? Bonk, Whiff, of course. Whiff was really early, 40 million we called it, and it was been still holding all that. I don't know what's going on with Whiff actually, as far as like what the hell's up with this Las Vegas Dome thing. Anyone know? Like, seems a little bit weird that they raised all this money for it, and there's still no Las Vegas Dome. But yeah, so I think that it's just about like I prefer, because I don't have a lot of time. I look for things that have like a lot of strength, and I'm okay getting in a bit later, you know, and coming in with a heavier amount when it's like less risky. However, with Tooker, I was in at like $1 million, I think, around that. We were the first one to kind of like actually cover that. And
it was, I was in Tooker at 100K too. I was posting it all over Twitter.
You might be the earliest Tooker investor.
I was earliest in Tooker, man. You can check my timeline. I was the first one in there.
I believe it. That's sick. How'd you find it?
Actually, a friend of a friend sent it to me, and then I just seen the content coming out, and it was no one was really talking about it. I'm like, look at this content. Like, why is this at 150K right now? You know, so. Yeah. But my next pick for right now is 𝗏𝗏𝗏. I think 𝗏𝗏𝗏 on ETH has been a sleeping meme forever. It goes way back to like the 4chan days and the thread days, and so I'm pretty bullish on 𝗏𝗏𝗏 right now.
What is that? Like what's the ticker?
𝗏𝗏𝗏, SPURDO. on Ethereum right now. That one's gaining
Spriddle on
traction.
ETH.
Yeah, it's about 18.4 mil market cap right now. But if you look across like the boys club memes with the Andy, the Pepe, what was the other one? APU.
What's the ticker there?
I like this. I like this.
SPURDO.
Spurdo on ETH.
Yep.
Is this the correct one? 15 days,
Yep,
9
that's
months.
it right there. Top one. Yep.
This guy.
We just had a major run up from it ripped from 1.5 to 36 mil, I think. 32 mil maybe. Yeah. Sleeping.
So
It's a sleeper. This is gonna do $1 billion run in my opinion, man.
another billion dollar meme coin. Well, you can trade these things now on a bot.
Yeah.
You know, on Sol we use these bots, BonkBot and Photon, all these things. They've got a bot now to trade these ETH tokens called Starbot. Have you guys tried that one?
I use all. Yeah, I've used. It's the only way I trade for the last year and a half now is through bots.
What you like Starbot better than Banana?
I'm using Starbot. I'm going to show you now. I'm going to pull this thing up. It operates like it operates some of these other bots. I've never actually used Banana Bot, but I've got this one running at the moment. These guys rugged me. You know, these guys rugged me live on my show. Okay, I opened up this bot, and I had my seed phrase showing. If you scroll up, you can see my seed phrase. And I had the seed phrase showing. Within 4 minutes, they emptied my wallets.
Oh no!
my own people drained me. So I'm not scrolling up. I'm not scrolling up too high. But you can see my performance here yesterday. Look at these tokens. I bought GME yesterday. You can see the top one there. It was $7,900. Look at that. Earlier today, it banged on 22,000 there. The big player here was this GME and this PP. Have you heard of this Pepe? It's Pepe's son. Did you know Pepe?
I heard that too. I was watching it. I never got an entry on it. Never really give me. I was waiting for a lettuce hand to give me an entry, but it just keeps climbing slowly. So
yeah. So I mean, I had that chart earlier. I see your Spurdo is bouncing a little bit here. So yeah, I'm using this Starbot. If you're interested in Starbot, there is a link in the description here for you guys. All you do is drag and drop the contract address of the token into the Telegram chat. You push play there, and then it gives you your options. And what you need to do is you send ETH from any exchange straight to the wallet, and then it operates just like some of those other trading wallets there and trading bots. But yeah, check it out.
Bro, this is child's play, man. Child's play.
I want to ask this panel, which deck has like a stop loss? Which decks have a stop loss system at the moment?
You got to do 𝗥𝗘𝗢𝗡, man. I mean, imagine being able to just speak. It's on Sol and ETH, but trading with natural language recently, so you can just talk to your Telegram bot and say like, I want you to like any of my meme coins that any of my shit coins that have had less than $1 million of volume in the past 7 days, sell all of them into fucking GME on ETH or whatever, right? And the algorithm just kind of calculates all that stuff behind the scenes, proposes the trade for you, you execute, and it does it all in one swoop. Like imagine also we're all watching 18 months from now, we feel like the market's about to top. We see a big correction coming, Black Tuesday, whatever, and you say, sell everything for fucking stable coins, right? Like, and it would just, imagine how long it would take you to do that normally. This 𝗥𝗘𝗡 can do that entire thing in one transaction and find the best routes for it all. It's going to blow away all these other bots, in my opinion. But
you tell it to sell, or can you just say sell at this price and it'll do it for you automated in an automatic?
Yeah, you can also give it like so. What,
you can tell it whatever you.
Right now, you can program it, right? So like, let's say that let's say that you had the CPI index coming tomorrow, right? And you could say like, if the CPI comes back, like lower than expected, open up a 20x long on Bitcoin with my entire bag or whatever. Like it's actually, if you go to the 𝗥𝗘𝗡 right now, you can actually train help train and earn rewards for trading the algo. But they say the weirder the prompt, the more like the more difficult you might think the prompt might be to actually execute, the more points that you get in training it. That's going to be, I think that's the future of trading, because like literally, and they will also have. So not only will it be the Telegram bot, but also they're building a really beautiful user interface on the front end with charts and with stop losses and all that kind of stuff as well. So like,
you just need to have you got to apply the risk parameters at the beginning. You need to be able to apply the risk parameters, and then that would actually be a good product. But if it's like you have to say it to sell, then if you can in the future get everything laid out, and you say,
that's what I'm saying. So you can say it's like I said. If the CPI comes back on Thursday, better than expected or whatever, open up a long, like then it will only execute. So it's not oracles, or it can look at, news feeds or whatever, right? So it'll tell you where it's coming from. Or if you, whatever, like sell my Brett if you see a 40% correction coming in one day, or if, whatever case happens.
Ua wants us to talk about real things and not about bots. Okay, let's talk about real things. He's upset with us. We're talking about too many bots here.
I think but I don't understand. Like,
market, man, 50% of the market is bots, and 70% on the weekend in crypto. Traditional slightly lower, but it's all fucking bots. So
when it comes down to adoption, I mean, what better way for adoption than for grandma to be able to talk to her phone, and she can't even fucking see the screen, more or less. Like so when it comes down to grandma and being able to talk, like, I want you to buy me $5 of Bitcoin.
Does your grandma talk like that?
Every week.
Like that?
No, my grandma's spunky as
fuck. You gotta
get her. She's like, buy me some motherfucking Bitcoin. Like no, she's much more spunky, but. I'm trying to use the grandmas that don't know technology so well, even the moms out there. But if we want adoption, we've got to be able to do natural language into these things and not have to do all kinds of complicated, could you imagine anyone who's not in crypto to be able to?
That's why these memes are so important, man. People can relate to them and they like them, they understand them. That's why.
Yeah, but a lot of people are gonna get wrecked, man. It's not. I think
that's in anything though. Stock market too, you can get wrecked there too. It's.
Yeah, I guess it's just important that people understand. Like we all have the vast disclaimers about, dude, you're stepping into the casino. Like it's you have to look at it like that. Yeah. It's actually a net negative when it comes down to understanding the actual real value and utility of decentralized technology. Like it doesn't do anything for that, which is unfortunate. And this is like what we really should be focusing on. So I'm just.
The thing about meme coins is it creates the excitement, but it is a real zero-sum game. But when you buy Bitcoin, the zero-sum game is against guys who hold fiat currency. So we're all happy with that. They lose their purchasing power in dollars, and then we make money in Bitcoin. But with meme coin, it's much more, dog eat dog. It's literally complete zero-sum. You're not really taken away from a bigger entity. It's like you get in, you got to get out. But I like that because I like the Wild West nature of it. But yeah, you got to be careful. Like it's gambling, but it's fun.
Look, it's as simple as taking profits as soon as you can. Otherwise, you end up holding the hot potato.
It's an 18-year-old kid. He got roped into it by an influencer, and just take it off and then fucking leave. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
What is taking?
Lots of people are learning though. Like a lot of people take profits and they'll buy more ETH, they'll buy more Bitcoin, they'll buy more Soul.
What's going on? Are we live yet? What's going on, bro?
We're waiting. He's not around.
He's sweating right now. His girlfriend's talking, or his wife, or whatever, is prepping him up and says, "Baby, you got this. You got this. You can do." Because you ever see his documentary on him? Like he's sweating right now. He's like, I don't know. I didn't know that so many people were gonna be watching this.
While we're waiting, give me an ETH meme coin to buy. I'll buy an ETH meme coin.
Spoddo.
You mean trying to give me free tokens, so I could list a whole load of them, but I'm not going to give them that justice of the free shell. I'm not going to do it.
What am I buying? Tell me what I'm buying here. I got $1,000 here. Let's buy something.
Pepe coin.
So we can buy PP. We can buy PP again. That thing's melted down. Shall we add to our bags here? Spoddo, PP. Can we have a vote here? What are we doing?
Spoddo.
It's like spermo, bro. It sounds dodgy, man.
Dude, but just buy.
What am I buying?
Buy GME. It's on a dip right now, and we're about to do a live stream in a few minutes. Obviously, buy GME.
I'm buying the small GME. Let's buy the small GME.
Okay.
Just do it in the chat.
Is that the one I'm buying, Carl? The small one.
Thanks, Flying. Ask the chat. What altcoin in the chat, man?
Fuck.
Okay,
Don't buy it. Oh, yeah.
Your Coke GME,
Let's
the
see,
Coke
let's see.
GME.
This gummy thing was hilarious, man.
Let's buy this one. I missed the
Kitty.
first one.
What's
Let's
Kitty?
buy this one.
No, Kitty's also on ETH, I think. Is there a Kitty on ETH, guys?
Oh my
I
god,
see
this huge red candle on the actual GME.
Let's see. Let's pull it up.
This is gonna be a really good entry right here. Let's see, and then we have the one that we bought.
Red
That's
wine.
624K right now, but that has
Red wine you drink yourself silly on when the red candles come in.
what's the volume on that? It's only
You're
800.
trying
Never falling over.
For $1,000, your best entry is WSPS on Solana for $1,000.
No, I got an ETH. I got to take an ETH entry here. I got
one?
an ETH ready to go.
ETH one.
You sound like a sports better, bro.
I need one to go. I can't leave this day without emptying my bag here. We got to get something.
You know what I like that I wanted to buy the other day, but I haven't. Is this? Have you guys seen this bird dog?
Bird dog.
Yeah, I've
No.
seen that bird dog. Yeah, I did see it. I missed it. It's
on ETH.
Yeah.
Real bad, man.
You
I'm
didn't
not
miss it. This is on ETH. Yeah, this is one of Matt Fury's boys club. He was like he wasn't one of the top, one of the four main guys, but he was definitely one of the characters that was like making guest appearances, and he's funny as shit on his. I was gonna buy it the other day, and then I forgot. So
Is this it?
I don't know. I'm not looking at your screen. I'm buying it right now because I forgot to do it, and people are gonna.
Okay. I'm gonna go half Spurdo and I'm gonna go half of this bird dog. Let's go.
It's fun,
Okay, so I'm gonna drop
funny,
the.
actually. It's really funny, and I know I was listening to the Spaces the other day, and the guy was like, they've been working 5 weeks on this or something like that, so really like putting in a lot of effort.
Okay.
Apparently it's
Bird
live.
dog. Bird dog is done. Is he live?
Well, someone said he's live. Might be a troll, but it says Kitty is
Right,
live.
here we go.
I like the
Okay,
stock.
let's get the sound working.
Yo, I missed all of this.
Let me
man.
just let me get the sound working. Give me a sec here, guys. Let's get this done.
Oh, yo, it's good to be back, man. I missed all of this shit. This Kitty dude, like, what is this? What is this, bro? I love it. Yeah,
Yeah, let's get the sound working. Yeah.
sounds a bit hectic, brother.
Okay, can we have a sound tick there? Can you guys hear this?
crazy that he's doing this, man. It's crazy.
Can you hear this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we hear it. Okay.
Disclosures.
There's a lot going on here. That sound okay? Huh?
Yeah, it's fine.
That's this guy.
He's got a sling on.
I hope he's okay.
It looks like he needs some sunshine, bro.
What time he slept last night? He was going to be a billionaire last night. Maybe a bit less now. The suspense is killing me.
He's got band-aids on his t-shirt.
Watch, there's gonna be a Band-Aid coin now. Look what you've done.
He's okay. He's okay.
One heavy night out, man.
How many people are watching?
4,000.
Am I okay?
Not us, his
Oh,
stream.
here's one.
Shit. Oh,
Did I just pause him?
that
Yeah.
was a close call. I'm gonna get my shit set up there. Oh.
550.
1,000.
550,000.
Oh.
Small crowd.
Let's fucking go.
Help. Send help.
I'd also bring out my best for 500,000.
Can y'all hear me right now? I kind of forget how to do this. I kind of tested it. Can you hear me? I can't keep up with this shit. You can hear me? Yeah. Okay. I mean, I can't read this chat. The chat. Oh, you can hear me. Oh, excellent. I had to dust this shit up to get this working. Oh, you brought me back to life with the chat. It's like a... Oh, shit. I'm alive. Kinda. What's up, everybody? I'm looking around. I think the feeling like it's working, but I haven't done it in so long.
There's an echo. I don't know if you want to,
hear me.
Dylan, you want to mute yours or something like that.
Going okay.
See what that is?
So I think we can get it. So I'm legit looking at the chat here to see. Okay. All right. I think it's working. I can't believe that shit. I thought for sure I'd fuck it up somehow. Welcome everybody. Happy Friday. Oh shit! I didn't even pour the beer yet, but that's okay. I got a beer. You know, I know it's the middle of the afternoon here, right?
Yeah, make sure we're all muted. I don't know. Mute everyone. This is mute.
Here, but it's about to. Oh shit! Wait, do I gotta wear this shit the whole time? I don't think there's no YouTube rules like whatever your drip is when you start, you got to keep rocking that. I'm pretty sure there's no way that's a rule. I mean, I'll keep it up for now because cheers, everybody. Let's go. Oh shit! Look at this. It's going up. I could say that, right? Can I say that? Can I say it's going up? Is that okay? Look at this. I can't keep that getting over. I think I can say that. Cheers.
So the charts
Crazy stuff going on these days, huh? Crazy stuff. Can you believe it's me? Can you believe it? Because it kind of looks like a lot of people don't. So I figured I'd pop in here, say what's up, everybody. I hope everyone's doing good. I know it's not the usual time of the stream, but
memes are pumping again.
What's going on? Check in. How everyone's doing. No real game plan here. Just wanted to hop in, see what's popping. Damn. Yo, there's mad heads in here. God damn. All right. Okay, yeah. So I hope everyone's doing well. It's been a few years now. I hope y'all are good. We've been doing okay here, hanging in there. This, you may not, I mean, I was just messing around with this. This isn't a real bandage. This isn't a real, what do you call this? A splint? Is that the word? It's not real. I'm messing around right now. I'm messing around, okay? So other than this, we're doing okay here, right? It's been a crazy, well, first, I mean, it's been a crazy few years, right? It's been a crazy couple of months, too. Oh, shit. Yeah, bonkers. I wanted to, oh, here, let me just close. Oh, it's pretty good to be back, you know? I kind of forgot. You kind of forget what it feels like after it's been so long. Huh? I hope.
Is he actually going to do something for us?
Before I get started here,
Is anything going to happen?
Was Ocean's 12? How many expressions do you have? 5. That's me right now, you know? But now you got to make the switch. You know, you do the little pregame. You do the pregame action, which in my case might be some coffee or some espresso or something. But I think
Dylan, whenever you're unmuted, it's echoing.
Right? So you know, I mean, I don't know what type of beer you think I'd be going for today, but I mean, maybe this isn't the right day to do it. I mean, I hope. Can I do this? Can I show this? Oh, you can't see it. You can't see it. Oh, can you guess what beer that is? Can you guess? That's a hint that you can't see it. Oh, I should have tested that. Whoops. Oh shit. Let's see if you. Oh, you see it. Oh, they see it.
I mean, I'm not caught up with the chat, but at least I can see y'all scrolling through there. Green, it's green. It's green. Cause, all right, so I mean, it's green, right? But go Celtics, all right? Go Celtics. We won last night, all right? I'm pulling for them. I mean, I guess it's not a green day here, right? But I mean, this is the finals, baby. To start off the series with that shit, come on, let's pour this. Let's start it off right. Like I said, 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock. Oh, Carlsberg is actually a good guess. That's actually a good guess. That's a green one too. Rolling Rock.
Heineken.
Celtics. Let's go. See, I can't keep up with the chat, but I can look over. Sorry, I'm new to a lot of people being here, right?
Is my echo gone? Oh,
I just look, but at least I can catch some of your things.
All good now.
All right, let's pour this in here. My buddy. Oh, can you see this? If I pour it all the way in there, I should have showed you before I poured this shit. My buddy hooked me up with some. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, you can't see it. Maybe when the head pops up. Hold on.
well, the memes
Ah,
have turned green again. Yeah, so things are looking a bit promising.
Kind of screwed up the pour there. That's okay. Okay, I'm doing it with one hand. Also, I'm sorry. I mean, I was late, but you try starting a stream rocking this. You know, I mean, I'm doing it. I'm like trying to do it opposite here. All right? Sorry about that. All right, not for real though. I think I gotta take this off. It's messing with my head. I feel like I'm actually injured or something. How do I do that? All right, let's do that. Whew. Whew. All right, let's pop that off. Whew. Oh shit! It's stuck to my hair. Ah, shit. Okay. Let me pop that over there. It's getting kind of warm in here too. But I mean, now you know I was just messing around. I don't need this ice pack. I got this ice pack just in case. I mean, it is getting a little bit warm. But again, I was just messing around. I don't actually need this. But if I get too hot, let's hope the beer cools me down. Yeah. So what's up, everybody? I gotta be. Do I have to be careful what I say here? I'm not really sure. I don't know. But I did want to hop on the stream here. I mean, some of you have seen I've been back kind of active for a few months, but I did want to. Oh, hey, let me just move this over here. Figured I'd check in. This is me, by the way. I see a lot of question marks. Oh, is he back? Is it someone else? I mean, can you tell? Can you tell it's me now? I mean, what weirdo
Jeez, guys.
their free time working on memes? You know, like, is someone else? Is someone else doing that? You know, I own it. That's okay. But no, hey, this is me. I'm not AI either. Or am I AI? Ooh, I could be these days. You know, I see it's changed a lot these past few years. But no, this is me. I wanted to pop in here, be like, yo, what's up? Say what's up. I guess remind everybody this is me, that I'm the one active on my accounts, of course. What else to say here? I see a lot of the stuff out there. I'm just like, what the hell? What else? Oh, these are the accounts I'm showing, and my positions are mine. You know, it's like, those are my positions. I'm not working with anybody else. I mean, I'm not cool. I'm not working with hedge funds. Like, it's like the same stuff as last time. So
he's smoking.
So I'm like, all right, I gotta hop on a stream and just remind.
Yeah, I think we need that.
And then what else? Like, I'm not an institutional investor. You know, I'm not all this other stuff, and I am definitely not Paul Dano. All right. I don't know if you thought you were gonna tune in today. It was gonna be like Paul Dano on here, but I'm not Paul Dano. Okay. And actually, I gotta be honest here. I still haven't seen that movie.
So what are we expecting?
I've seen some clips, but I still haven't seen that movie. But no, I'm not.
Are we going to sit around and watch the theatrics here?
This is his style, man. He's always he just gets on the thing and just chills for a while, and then he kind of like
I need a button that like
casually starts talking about what he's doing.
If the price is going down,
the earlier days weren't like that.
Say something, oh boy, just press the button and get me out. But it is what it is. What am I gonna do? Yeah, so I just wanted to check in with you folks, remind you all that stuff, let you know that it's me, say what's up. Let me see this chat here. And yeah, so I mean, can I talk about GameStop? What can I say about GameStop? I mean, the funny thing is that I have a lot of the same feelings about everything. You know, it's you kind of, I mean, I've talked a lot about GameStop and how I feel about the situation and all that. And I thought I wanted to hop on and kind of reiterate a lot of my viewpoints that I had previously. And yeah, I think, remember, if you remember my previous thoughts on the company and the opportunity, there was kind of like a two-part thesis to it. And that second part of the thesis is a reinvention of the business model, or a transformation, whatever you want to call it. And I just, to remind people who, if you haven't seen my materials, is that we're in that second part of it here, where it's less about, I see over the past couple of years, I see an overemphasis on like that legacy business. And it's just, there's no it matters. It's not that it doesn't matter, of course, but they're in the transformation stage here. And what could they transform into? You know what I mean? There's a lot of question marks about that, understandably so. But essentially it becomes, at this stage of that second part of the analysis, this transformation part, it becomes a bet on the management, you know, in particular, of course, Ryan fucking Cohen. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Cohen and his crew. And that's what folks are should be focused on. You know what I mean? And that's probably going to be an ongoing debate as to how people feel about him, whether he can successfully transform that business. And those are great discussions. And those are good discussions that need to be had. And so when I look at the situation, though, and I'm kind of going to be echoing some of the thoughts that I had previously, is that I feel like I see enough where I believe this guy might be able to do it, right? That's not a guarantee. This is the same thing as before. I mean, I'm not promising anything, but over the long term here, I think he seems like the type of guy. He seems like he has those characteristics, and the way he approaches this seems like he might be able to do this. But again, that's not a guarantee. This is kind of like, it's kind of based on feel. You've heard me say that, right? And so I have that feeling. I have this feeling, and I'm like, all right, let me reiterate some of these feelings that I have. But it remains to be seen, you know. And you should keep your eye on stuff too. Reserve the right to change your mind about stuff, just like I do. Don't follow anyone blindly. Nothing on this stream is advice. Hopefully, you all know that, right? This is the same thing. But like when I have a feeling about that, it's like, all right, well, let me share it. I could be wrong about stuff, but I think, all right, let's talk about it. And I don't know. I think he has the characteristics that he could do this. In particular, I think we can all agree GameStop finds itself in a very unique situation, just like it did last time, right? Not just in the gaming space per se, but you have a company where you actually have so many people rooting for it, right? They're rooting for it to work out, myself included. How often does that happen, that folks like really want it to work out? And it's a highly unusual position. And it's so unusual. The way you manage that situation is, you got to manage it the right way. And honestly, the way he seems to be doing it, I think he's from a distance here, right? I have no idea, but I put myself in his shoes, and I think he's kind of seems to be taking the right approach, given this very unique situation that he finds himself, that the company finds itself in. You have a lot of investors kind of following what's happening, kind of wanting it to work out. You know what I say? That's very unusual. It's a very unusual situation. And I don't know if there's not too much precedent for it. You see it with some other companies, especially when the CEOs or the managers are just so heavily investing themselves in the business, investing themselves in the turnaround. And there's some managers out there who are somewhat similar.
I'm looking for some action here. We're not getting much action here.
I think that
feels like a bit of a snooze fest at the moment.
He seems to be doing the right things, and I know.
Max, what's the plan here?
What has he done? What is he doing? What's the plan? You know, those are fair questions, but you know, do you really think he's been doing?
How's the GME charts looking?
They're bouncing. Here and there. Shall we keep this on the burn on the side? Shall we take a look at some of these charts while we're waiting for some action?
I think we've seen
check some charts. Why not? Let's see the Tucker chart.
I think we've seen enough from him to think he's got a good head.
What do you say, boys?
And again, we haven't seen anything.
I can't believe he's got 500,000 viewers, man.
Handling this, and we don't know a plan, and that's fair. But boy, you're right sizing the ship. You see, even the legacy business cutting costs, trying to stabilize some cash flows. You know, just try to stabilize that legacy business. But now it's all about the transformation, and that cash pile is growing. It seems to be growing. Will they raise more money? We'll see. I don't know. I mean, I see it, but I think if you just change one factor, and that's that you don't think Ryan Cohen is a doofus. All right. If you don't think he's a doofus and he's not a fool, if you don't think that, and all of a suddenly they're sitting on billions of dollars in cash, right? And you actually think not only is he not a doofus, but he's extremely talented in that he has the capability to turn this around. If you just, even if you don't agree with that, right? Even if you don't believe it, that's fine. If you just pause for a moment and think about that, I think it really changes your mindset. And that becomes the bet. That becomes the bet. And I don't know. It's going to be a debate. But as time passes, you'll see more. That's the thing. I think some people say, oh, a lot of time has passed. We ain't seen shit. And that's fair too. But again, I think because of the uniqueness of the situation, I think generally in this type of case, being quiet, working on stuff behind the scenes, and thinking about what you're going to do, could be a good approach. That's not the end all be all, right? We'll see where it goes from there, but it's a good starting point. And I personally don't think 3 years is too long in this case. 5 years, 10 years. All right. Like if we all wait in 5 years, 10 years, and it's like, all right, we're going to be going into the pet rock business. Come on. Reserve the right to change your mind, just like I do. That's how you should approach this. But in this case, right, the absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. And it seems like people are quick to be like, oh, well, they haven't announced anything. The legacy business is struggling. Therefore, it's over. You know what I mean? I think that's just kind of silly, just because I think it could be, it's just not proof of anything. Now, again, they start selling some pet rocks, all right, okay, let's revisit this. But right now, there's some uncertainty about it, and it becomes a bet of the management. And you'll see that this is a thing in financial markets. It's unusual that it's a public company, but if you're dealing with like a venture capital opportunity or a startup company, this is often how it works, where you may have an idea, or you might have a management team that you believe on, and that tends to be what you'll focus on. And do they seem like they have the right skill set to pull it off? That's the focus. I mean, that's what I mean. This is not unusual in financial markets generally. What might be unusual is that this is a public company, right? In that you have non-institutional investors. You have non-institutional investors who are like making the case for it. That's highly unusual, but it's not unusual in financial markets. It's a little bit different this time around, and so it's just an ongoing argument, discussion, and you won't really. No one knows for sure. I mean, especially me, right? You don't follow anything I do. You see all my disclaimers and stuff. Same thing. None of this is advice. I have an aggressive style, blah, blah, blah. You know that stuff. But when you're dealing, you could lose everything. They're highly speculative in nature. You should know that. These are very risky opportunities, and they are risky because there could be tremendous upside if it works out. But that's the balance. And that's why in those types of opportunities that I'm talking about, that's the trade-off. Big potential opportunities, or you could lose it all, and you kind of factor that into your analysis. And so it's the same thing here. So it becomes kind of a bet on the team. And from what I've seen so far, I think I believe I reserve the right to change my mind, as you should too. I'm a believer right now. Let's see though.
I think we've seen enough here.
Let's see what happens from here. But I think with a significant amount of capital,
I think we get the picture.
Yeah.
A bit of a nothing. He's a fan. He's obviously a fan of GME. What's your take on this one, Carl?
I don't know. For me, I feel like he's going to. I think there's still something that he's. I don't know. He could just drag on forever, but to me, it feels like he's just performing, and he'll probably at the end of the stream, he might, if there is any news, he'll be like, oh yeah, by the way, something, probably, like, I don't know, maybe it was just and then like also he's fucking with everybody right now. I think like he knows how big this is. He knows every single fucking person on the planet is watching this entire financial markets. He's not gonna just, I don't think he would just come on just to do this. Like he could, because it could just be him coming back like to start doing live streams again, but like there's a lot. There's like a lot, and he also exposed his positions recently too. So I don't know, man.
Okay, well, the memes have fallen over. Max, what's your take on the situation here?
What about the guy we just watched, or the chart?
Well, that too. I mean, that was quite a display.
A little bit of a nothing bag. I don't really know him, but he might be a legend, but we'll see. Yeah, this chart.
He seems like a bit of a legend.
Maybe.
Yeah, chart's fucked. Okay.
This chart here
GME's fucked. It's falling
It's
out.
broken the parabola. So this chart, you can see the prior high. It's a little bit obviously low liquidity. You can see a lot of gaps in the chart and stuff, but you can see it's broken the parabola. So what would be a good trade if it rallies back up to that prior candle? And I would say if you get a lower high on it, if you draw a Fibonacci retracement tool on it, very simple strategy, anyone can do this, and then just sell into the 618 or 786. I would say actually draw it from the top down to where it eventually ends. So the other way around, from where the top candle.
Got you.
Yeah. And then I would say, look, a nice trade would be if it rallies back up now and then can't break that prior high, I would take a short there and say, look, I'll bet against that. And if it wants to go above, you lose 1% or 2% depending on your strategy. And if it continues, fine, you'll lose 1%, then repeat that again. If you invert that, that's the same as just trying to catch a top, essentially a 1% stop loss.
Coco, let's focus on the memes for you here, bro. Yeah, we don't need to look at normal. Okay, GME falling over. I think we got to time this with any action on the actual stock. But yeah, note. I mean, obviously, it's going to fall over if the main stock.
Like how often he does more content, I'm sure. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
So these things aren't going away. I mean, they're going to respond every time this man does something. So yeah, they'll play their own game.
The thing about the GME meta, it's kind of a meta that's not gonna, it comes and goes, but it's never gonna go away completely, I would think.
How about what do you think about the whole Chinese narrative? But with Bybit opening up, I know there's no confirmation yet.
I was pretty excited about it. I mean, I think it was good. I think the expectation is the whole market pumps, but obviously there was an idea that a couple of Chinese tokens would start pumping in particular. But I think the whole thing just rips if it works.
Yeah,
more market liquidity. Good, big thing.
Did you hear the story about what I did?
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as my team told me about the Chinese narrative, I saw like on Dex Tools or Screen or whatever, it was just like pay, Shin, and like the Chinese, all the Chinese everything. So I went to Pump Fund to see what was going on, and like I literally almost went and bought, because it was a 𝗵𝘀𝗀𝗽𝗓 cat, right? This fucking this little cute, like a little with this little Chinese hat and stuff like that, and the Chinese eyes. And I was like, I was gonna go actually bid on it. And right before I did, I watched Dev rug everybody, and I was like, "Fuck that, dude, that's fucked up." Like, so I went right click, copy paste the image, and then created a new one. And then in like 2 minutes, it just shut. I was like, "Well, fuck, what did I just do?" Because I never even used a platform before. I just wanted to try it, and like, so I just said, like, this is like, that was actually a good idea. That Dev was an idiot. He should have probably let that run. So I was like, well, let me give a chance for redemption. Whoever got rugged just now, and then I actually created one, and then it started trading on the market. And I was like, fuck. Like, and I didn't do it with like a hidden wallet or something that was like directly linked to me. And I was like, fuck, Kyle created me. I was like, oh man, now I've got a lot of responsibility. But I'm gonna give away all of these tokens. Like maybe I keep 1% or something just to keep incentivized or whatever. But and it's really funny because like I told my girlfriend Jess what I did. I said, yeah, there's this Chinese narrative going around now, and she's like, oh, I want to create a meme coin on Pump Fund too. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna do. What about like 𝗏𝗍𝗏 or something? I was like, babe, that's just Japanese. Like what do you think? You can't do Japanese. It's Chinese narrative, right? And then the next day, Aaron, who is one of my researchers as well, like I think he lives in South Korea, but I don't know if he's part Chinese or not, but he's like, yeah, you know what's so funny about 𝗵𝘀𝗏 is like the fact that San is actually SAN and it's a Japanese thing. I was like, oh, fuck, like that was dumb of me too. So yeah, so this is the story behind 𝗵𝘀𝗏. And I don't know, but what do you guys think I should do with all these? I have like I think I've got about 14%, 12% of the supply or something. Should I burn it or should I
rug the whole lot? Let's go.
Huh? Burn a portion and give the rest away.
Rug it and give me the money.
I don't know. I should either burn it or I should give it to give it to community to take. I mean, I want
some and give some away.
It's already a community too. Yeah, I'll probably do. I have to say, I'll probably do both of them. How should I give it away? Like, how should I give it away to where it goes to people who actually want to meaningfully like run with the project? Because I don't want anything to do with it as far as like responsibility perspective.
Fund a project or do like a fundraise. Do it like a little fundraiser. Fund a project or give it to charity. It's pretty good, isn't it?
I'll figure it out.
We'll figure something out. Well, I mean, you got some meme degens here as well that can probably assist the process as well. I'm sure they know their way around a meme token. Base man, the base. Where's our base?
He took off.
He took off. Well, we're gonna have to get him back because when this base meme season kicks off again, we need a pro. And I missed that whole base run. I know Kyle was involved in the base run.
I play on all. I'm on all chains myself too. I'm everywhere. I'd like to. Thanks for having me on, though. I'd like to come back one time.
Look, we're gonna do a proper meme session here, and we also, I mean, I think we can trade shitcoins nicely together here, and we got to get Max back on the charts, and we got to get Max into some of these memes, and we can. I'm
in the trenches, man. I've been in the trenches for years, so there's probably a lot of things I could show you around that you haven't seen before. I imagine.
But we're gonna get the man with the open shirt out of retirement, and he's gonna come in here, and he's gonna pump some shit with us.
You have no idea how much money I made, bro. And
make sure you get some lotion, some suntan lotion on next time there.
I did.
It's a little bit concerning, that bit.
I was having such a good time. I forgot what the time was. I don't even know what the day of the week is, what the month is. If you don't know what time it is, you're living a good life.
Okay, boys, we're gonna wrap this one up. We'll do this again. Okay, that wasn't as exciting as it could have been, but we're gonna involve some shit coins. I wanna trade on these bots. We want to get some charts up, and we're gonna do this thing properly. And we can do a giveaway, or we can do something like that. And the best performers of the day, we'll figure it out. Okay, so let's get involved in something like that soon, guys. Thanks for joining, and I know it was late notice, and I'm sure everyone appreciates that you legends jumped on. Later, boys. Thank you. So guys, that's a wrap. So a little bit, a little bit of a letdown. I mean, and you saw the charts also started falling over there, and looking for a little bit more action next time, hopefully. So look, we'll see how this plays out. We know anytime something happens with this dude, these GME related meme tokens, they're going to start spiking. So remember, it's a volatile game here. It's going to be a lot of up down along the way, and remember, when we get these quiet periods and they start falling over, those are probably your times when you're looking for buys in some of these memes. You don't want to be buying late on the news when these things are already ripping. So buy it when nobody's looking at them. The same as these political narrative tokens. You want to be buying those when no one's talking about it. When the narrative isn't around, that's where you're buying the Trump memes. That's where you're buying Biden, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, that's where you're buying Nancy Pelosi, all those types of things. Because when that narrative picks up again, then you're going to be ahead of the curve. So check out your meme coins, watch your narratives. You got to know when you're going to play them and how you guys are going to play them. Let's just do a final update on BTC. I want to send you guys away on the weekend with some levels, and you can at least figure out what your game plan is going to be. So right now, we are still watching BTC big level, 70,600. That's where it's at. That's your support buy. That is what you want to look for. Then lower down, we lose that area. You're looking at 69,800. That's your level. Okay, we start losing that 69,800. Then we're going to be under a little bit of pressure there on some of these altcoins as well. So make sure you're watching your alt levels and all those types of things. Sniper Club members, you've got all my charts. They are in the current section there, under my section there on Sniper Club. You've got it all. And watch your levels, guys. I'm away for a couple of days, but I'm doing shows Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Banter Plus. I will be there for you guys and updating everything. We're either going to be picking up the pieces or we're going to celebrate those wins again. We'll see you guys next week. Catch you later.